Hi students, today we will see topic number 2 from Mathematics Part 2 book, that is Pythagoras theorem. In this topic we will study about Pythagorean triplet, then the similarity and right angle triangles, theorem of geometric mean, Pythagoras theorem, application of Pythagoras theorem and Apollonius theorem. But keep in mind, now they have reduced your syllabus in that the application of Pythagoras theorem and Apollonius theorem they have reduced. So we will see the Pythagorean triplets, similarity and right angle triangles, theorem of geometric mean, and Pythagoras theorem. So let us study Pythagoras theorem. Already you have studied this theorem in previous years, but again in this year we will prove this theorem. First of all, we will see the Pythagoras theorem. Statement of the theorem. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Now look here. First of all, keep in mind this Pythagoras theorem we are applied for right angle triangle only. Okay, because in this theorem you can see hypotenuse is there. And where will you get hypotenuse in which type of triangle? So hypotenuse is present in right angle triangle only. So we'll consider the right angle triangle. Here they given the right angle triangle, that is triangle PQR. Okay. Now here angle Q is right angle. According to the statement of this theorem, in a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse. So here, which is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse means the side opposite to right angle. So here PR is the side opposite to right angle. So it is the hypotenuse. So square of hypotenuse. So here they given PR square, length of PR square is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Now which are the remaining two sides of this triangle? So here side PQ and side QR. So is equal to length PQ square plus length QR square. Suppose they will give the length of any two sides or hypotenuse on any one side, you can find the length of other side. Or if they will give the length of the two sides which makes right angle, you can find the hypotenuse. Okay, we will write this as, here they given PR square, you can write as PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. Now the lengths PQ, QR and PR of triangle PQR can also be shown by letters R, P and Q. With this convention, referring figure number 2.1. Now look, here they showed the lengths. Here they showed PQ is denoted by R. huh? P and Q. Hypotenuse, here QR by P and PR by Q. So here you can write Q square is equal to P square plus R square, or Q square is equal to R square plus P square. Anyhow, you can write there. Now we'll see the Pythagorean triplet. Let us see the Pythagorean triplet. Now what is meant by Pythagorean triplet? In a triplet of natural numbers, if the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers, then the triplet is called the Pythagorean triplet. For example, we'll see here one triplet of Pythagoras. Here they given the lengths of three sides, that is 11, 60 and 61. Now you can see here which number is greater there, 61. So we will find first square of 61, that is 3721. Now remaining two sides squares we have to find. 11 square is 121 and 60 square is 3600. Okay, if you will add the squares of 11 and 60, which are the smaller sides. So it is equal to 3721, means it is equal to 61 square. So the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two numbers. That's why whatever given numbers are here, means here they given the numbers 11, 60 and 61. This is the Pythagorean triplet. Verify that some numbers they had given here, and you have to verify that are these the Pythagorean triplet or not. Numbers in Pythagorean triplet can be written in any order. Any order you can write the numbers. So first of all we will see the first example, 3, 4, 5. You can see here which number is greater, 5. So what is the square of 5? It is 25. Now other two numbers square, that is 3 square 9 and 4 square is equal to 16. If you will add 3 square and 4 square, what will you get? 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. It is equal to this 5 square. So this first one is the Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Same way you have to verify the remaining numbers. Are they the Pythagorean triplet or not, by using same method. Okay. Now we will see the next point. Here they given for more information. Formula for Pythagorean triplet. Just I will read this. If a, b, c are natural numbers and a is greater than b, then a square plus b square, another a square minus b square, and 2ab is Pythagorean triplet. Why? That they given here a square plus b square bracket square we can write as a raised to 4 plus 2 a square b square plus b raised to 4. A square minus b square we can write as a raised to 4 minus 2 a square b square plus b raised to 4. And third one, 2ab square is equal to 4a square b square. You can see here from first, second and third. We can write that a square plus b square bracket square is equal to a square minus b square bracket square plus 2ab square. Means if you will put the values here, you can get here, look here, a square minus b square bracket square is, look, a raised to 4 minus 2a square b square plus b raised to 4. Plus here what do they given? 4a square b square. Okay. Now you can see here is equal to a raised to 4. These two terms are like terms. So 4 minus 2 plus 2 a square b square plus b raised to 4. It is nothing but a square plus b square bracket square. So we have proved this Pythagorean triplets formula. This formula can be used to get various Pythagorean triplet. So you can take here the values and you can find the Pythagorean triplet. So they said here, check that 34, 16 and 30 is a Pythagorean triplet or not. You have to use this method and see that is that the Pythagorean triplet or not. Okay. Now last year we have studied the properties of right angle triangle with the angles 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. This type of triangle we have studied, and 45 degree, 45 degree and 90 degree. Now what is that property? Property of 30, 60 and 90 degree triangle. I will read it. If acute angles of a right angle triangle are 30 degree and 60 degree, then the side opposite to which the side opposite 30 degree angle is how much of the hypotenuse? You have studied this, half of the hypotenuse, and the side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 by 2 times the hypotenuse. Again one time I will repeat. If the measures of the angles of the triangles are 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree, then the side opposite to 30 degree angle is half of the hypotenuse, and the side opposite to 60 degree angle is root 3 by 2 of the hypotenuse. hypotenuse. Okay. Now see the figure. Here they given one example and we have to see that example. See the figure number 2.2. Here they given the right angle triangle LMN. Here the measure of angle L is 30 degree, N is 60 degree and M is 90 degree. So here which side is opposite to angle 30? Look, 30 degrees opposite side is side MN. So you can write here Mn is equal to, now half of the hypotenuse. Here 90 degrees opposite side is known as hypotenuse. So here the side Ln is the hypotenuse. So it is half. So Mn, you can write that Mn is equal to half of Ln. And the side opposite to 60 degree. Now see here which side is opposite to 60 degree angle? That is side Lm. Side Lm is opposite. So here you can write side Lm is equal to root 3 by 2 of hypotenuse, means Ln. Okay, understand this? Now here they have taken Ln is equal to 6 centimeter. So we will take here. Here they given the value of Ln 6, then they got Mn 3 and Lm 3 root 3. We will take Ln 10. Then what is the value of Mn and Lm? We will see that. Now look, Mn is the side opposite to 30 degree angle. So it is half of the hypotenuse Ln. So half multiplied by 10 means you will get the answer 5. Okay. Now we will see the side opposite to 60 degree, that is Lm is equal to root 3 upon 2 of hypotenuse is Ln. So root 3 upon 2 into 10. 2 ones are 2 5s are, so it is equal to 5 root 3. If they will give the value of root 3, then you have to multiply it by that value. If they will not give, then don't write. And need to write the unit here. Suppose they given the hypotenuse is 10 centimeters. So your this Mn's value, it will come 5 cm and this 5 root 3 cm. You should write the proper units, whatever given in your example. Okay. Now we will see the next property, that is property of 45 degree, 45 degree and 90 degree. In the acute angles of a right angle triangle are 45 degree and 45 degree. Then each of the perpendicular sides is 1 upon root 2 of the hypotenuse, or 1 upon root 2 times the hypotenuse. Now look here, you can see here that here they given, that is this triangle XYZ or triangle ZXY. It is a right angle triangle. Here angle X is 90 degree, remaining two angles are 45 degree. Now look, according to the property of 45 degree and 90 degree, here XY, the side opposite to 45 degree, which sides are there? First of all, the side XY and another side XZ. So these both sides are here ZY, this is the hypotenuse. These both sides are 1 upon root 2 of the hypotenuse. Okay. If now they given one example, ZY hypotenuse is 3 root 2 centimeter. Then can you find the values of XY and XZ? Yes. It is 1 upon root 2 into hypotenuse. So root 2 it will cancel. 3 ones are 3. We will take here in place of, okay, in place of 3 root 3 we will take another value. We will just do here 5 root 2. Then here also 5 root 2. 2 will cancel and you will get the answer as 5 centimeter. Okay, same way you have to solve. Now here they given, in 7th standard we have studied theorem of Pythagoras using the areas of 4 right angle triangles and a square. We can prove the theorem by an alternative method. Now this activity you have to read it proper way and solve in your notebook. Just I will read it. Take two congruent right angle triangles. Take another isosceles right angle triangles whose congruent sides are equal to the hypotenuse of the two congruent right angle triangles. Join these triangles to form a trapezium. Here they given the figure. Area of trapezium that you know is equal to 1 by 2 into sum of the lengths of the parallel sides multiplied by height. Using this formula, equating the area of trapezium with the sum of the areas of three right angle triangles, we can prove the theorem of Pythagoras. See there, they had given the figure, put the values, find the areas, and you can verify this. Now, let us learn about the similarity and right angle triangle. Okay, similarity we had seen this chapter, number 1, similarity of triangles. Now we will see here similarity and right angle triangle theorem. Statement is, in a right angle triangle, if the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse, then the two triangles formed are similar to the original triangle and to each other. Altitude that you know, it is of how much degrees angle forms? It forms 90-degree angles. Okay, that you know. So here given things are, which are the given things? Here they given the triangle ABC. In that angle ABC is equal to this angle is 90-degree. Then this BD is perpendicular on this. This is the hypotenuse. Okay, on hypotenuse means segment BD perpendicular segment AC. Then A dash D dash C means D is in between A and C. What we want to prove? That triangle, now look here, I will show you the triangle proper way. Now here we have to prove that triangle ADB means which triangle? This upside triangle is similar with triangle, which triangle? Triangle ABC means this bigger triangle. As well as again we have to prove that triangle BDC means this triangle. It is also similar with this ABC. Then you can say that if these two both triangles are similar with this bigger triangle, then these two triangles are also similar. Which two triangles? This and this. Means triangle ABD and triangle DBC. Now look here, they given the proof. We will see the proof. In triangle ADB, which triangle we are considering here? Look here, we are considering the triangles. These are, 1 minute, let me okay, we will see the theorem of similarity and Pythagoras theorem. 1 minute. Many times these technical problems comes while teaching you, but it's okay. Which theorem? That theorem is similarity and right angle triangle. Okay, now look here. First of all, they had taken the triangle ADB. Which triangle? this, and angle BAC means this bigger triangle. In these two triangles, you can see which is the common angle in between that. That is angle A. So here they given angle DAB congruent angle BAC. Reason is common angle. Now you can see here angle, this B angle and this D angle, they are 90 degrees angle, so they are also congruent. So angle ADB congruent angle ABC each 90 degree. That's why by AA test these two triangles are congruent, or similar. They are, these angles are congruent, so these two triangles are similar with each other. Now we'll consider the other two triangles. These are, now which triangle remain? Triangle BDC and again the triangle ABC. In that also you can see C is the common angle. Then again D and B are 90 degrees angle. So again you can see here the angle BDC and triangle ABC are similar by AA test. From first and second, look here, right sides are equal, so left sides are also equal. So and triangle ADB is similar with triangle BDC. More simple. So next they given the property of, here look, you can see here we had seen the property of transitivity. If suppose one angle is congruent with second angle, second angle is congruent with third angle, then the third angle is congruent with first angle. Same way, first one side is congruent with second side, second is with third, then third is with first. Same way here, first triangle is congruent with second triangle is congruent with this third triangle, then first and third triangles are congruent or similar. This is the transitivity. Now just one theorem remains, that is theorem of geometric mean. This is important for solving examples. In a right angle triangle, the perpendicular segment to the hypotenuse from the opposite vertex is the geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. And here you can see this is also applying in right angle triangle only, and here altitude is also present, or this is another name of this altitude is perpendicular segment which they have drawn on the hypotenuse, because here Q is the right angle, so PR is the hypotenuse. Okay. Now in right angle triangle PQR, QS is perpendicular to hypotenuse PR. Now similarity of right angle triangles, which two right angles are similar? Here triangle QSR means, I will show you here the triangle QSR, this triangle is similar with triangle PSQ. Now only we had seen this property. Okay, if like this way similarity is there within these two triangles, then their sides are in proportion. So here which sides are in proportion? Look here, here QS, QS means this middle side upon PS, this side, is equal to SR. Okay, SR means which side is here? I will show SR, this side, upon SQ, this side. Okay, just which side we did not consider, where is the right angle, remaining sides here consider. So here you can see that QS, again I will repeat this statement, QS upon PS, QS upon, sorry, again I will take here, QS upon PS is equal to SR upon ESQ. Okay. Now here you can see QS occurs how many times? This is the common side. So 2 times. So by cross multiplication, what will you get here? QS square is equal to PS, means this square is equal to PS, this side, into remaining these sides. Okay. So here again see QS square is equal to PS into SR. This square is equal to PS into SR. That is known as, here QS is the geometric mean of PS and SQ. PS, sorry, PS and ESR. Okay. Now Pythagoras theorem, that is the important part. We have to prove here this theorem. First of all, we had seen the statement of this theorem, that is, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Now here what is given? Look, they given the triangle ABC. In that they given the angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. We have to prove that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. For that we did the construction, that is, draw perpendicular segment BD on side AC such that A dash D dash C. Now proof, look, in right angle triangle ABC, you can see that BD perpendicular hypotenuse AC by construction. Now similarity of right angle triangle, you can say that here triangle ABC similar triangle ADB similar triangle BDC. That property also we had seen just now only. Now here if triangle ABC is similar with triangle ADB, then the corresponding sides are in proportion. Which are these sides? In AB upon AD is equal to BC upon DB is equal to AC upon AB. Which sides we want? That we will take, that is AB upon AD is equal to AC upon AB. So AB square is equal to, by cross multiplication you will get AD into AC. Similarly, if the triangle ABC is similar with triangle ADC, then you can write again the corresponding sides. These are AB upon BD is equal to BC upon DC is equal to AC upon BC. So here we will consider BC upon DC is equal to AC upon BC. That is, by cross multiplication BC square is equal to DC into AC. If you will add first and second equation, then what will you get? AB square plus BC square is equal to AD into AC plus DC into AC. Here AC is common in between that, and AD plus DC, look in figure, AD plus, you can see here in the figure that AD means this length plus DC means you will get AC. So here what will come there? Look here, they had written here AD plus DC means AC. So AC into AC means AC square. That only we want to prove. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay. Now here they given converse of Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, then the triangle is right angle triangle. Now look, they given here triangle ABC, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. To prove angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Here again construction is there. Draw triangle PQR such that AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, and angle PQR 90 degree. Then you can see in the right angle triangle PQR angle Q 90 degree. Then by Pythagoras theorem you can write there a PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. But by construction you notes AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, means that is equal to, again AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So here PR square is equal to AC square. Therefore PR is equal to AC. Therefore by SSS test, these two triangles are congruent with each other. If they are congruent, then here we said that angle Q is 90 degree. So in first pair angle B, it will also come 90 degree. Okay. Now remember these similarity and right angle triangle. In triangle PQR, angle Q is 90 degree. Segment QS is perpendicular to segment PR, which is the hypotenuse. Then triangle PQR is similar triangle PSQ, similar triangle QSR. Thus, all the right angle triangles in the figure are similar to one another. Then the next is theorem of geometric mean, that is in the above figure triangle PSQ is similar with triangle QSR. Then you can say that QS square is equal to PS into SR. Means look here, this hypotenuse segment, it divides into two parts. That parts only we are multiplying while finding the geometric mean. Okay. Therefore, here QS square is equal to PS into SR. Therefore, segment QS is the geometric mean of segment PS and SR. Now, next is Pythagoras theorem, that is in a right angle triangle. The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Maybe in your exam, they can ask prove the Pythagoras theorem. That time you should know the statement of this theorem. Okay. Now converse they cannot ask, but maybe for properties or for one mark question or for any example, it will come on based on the converse of Pythagoras theorem. So at least you should know this converse, that is in a triangle if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, then the triangle is a right angle triangle. We are using this property in Pythagorean triplet also. Let us remember one more very useful property, that is in a right angle triangle, if one side is half of the hypotenuse, then the angle opposite to that is 30 degree. And suppose the side is root 3 by 2 of the hypotenuse, then the angle opposite to that side is 60 degree. This property is the converse of 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree theorem. Okay. Now see the solved examples and solve the practice set based on this Pythagoras theorem, that is practice set 2.1, as well as you have to solve the problem set 2 also. Which things will reduce, that I will show you here. Look here, this practice set. Then after that, whatever application of Pythagoras theorem, it is reduced from your syllabus. Then next to that is Apollonius theorem is also. Then 42 page. Then practice set 2.2. After that, problem set 2. From that also, which examples are based on practice set 2.2. So these examples looks, example number 6 is, 8 is, 9 is, 12. Okay. Then the example 17, 18. This has been reduced from your topic. So today we have finished this topic. So you have to solve the problem set and practice set based on these. Be safe at your home. Everyday's work do regularly. Means you will get the practice of everyday examples. Do the practice of first topic, second topic's example. Every day you should solve the examples based on the topics. See the theorems, write down the theorems. First of all, one by one, memorize it proper way. Okay, thank you. Bye.